Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm not sure if everyone's going to tune in because it is a Thanksgiving live stream, but it don't matter. It's whenever someone watches it. So I see Shane Ford left a comment at 8 o'clock, so he's here. Hello, Shane Ford. Hello, hello. Welcome to this very special live stream event for Thanksgiving. Today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the movie Thanksgiving, probably a little bit about Napoleon, some figures to unbox. There's things to talk about. It's all good. It's all clean. Also, I've been realizing that more people watch my live stream, and it's kind of blowing my mind. So I think at least 2 weeks ago at this point, because I think I've been sick for a week, and last week was a pre-recorded episode with Sarah. So I found out because I ran into a friend at the restaurant, and she was like, "Oh yeah, my friend told me about it. A mutual friend told me about the live stream, and I watched a couple of episodes too." And I was like, "Oh my god, they're watching the show! They're watching the show!" So whether that's through Facebook or YouTube or whatnot, people are watching the show, and that's like, it's also got me nervous. Like, oh geez, I can't talk about anything on here. For example, the mutual friend we have is the person I've been making this mystery box for, and I kind of wanted to do a live stream about talking about the items I picked out and then like wrapping them up. I don't know if I could do that now because I found out the person watches the show. So I was like, oh dear, I don't know if I could do that. Oh no. But there's that. So that's been fun. It's like, oh geez, people actually watch the show. That's great. That's wonderful. Tonight I'm also streaming on Chief Brody Rules. Just to see if there's people on there who want to, see what Chief Brody's been up to. Um, so we have the Chief Brody Rules, I Want My TV Now, and the Facebook crew. So everyone should be here, hopefully. Okay, so first things first, I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. That's been great. I hope everyone got stuffed and had food today. And just remember who you're thankful for, and just tell everybody that you love them and you care about them. I did a shout out today on Twitter about my mutual friends, my close circle friends, just to let them know that I do care about them, thankful for them, they're amazing and whatnot. I don't know. It's been different these couple of months. Like I think I mentioned in a previous stream, but I started doing the For You page on Twitter, and my following has grown like 150 or maybe 100. I don't know. I'm not good at math, but it was close to like, I think I had like 400 followers, and since then I'm at like, hang on, let's do the math. I got the page open here. Just pull it up, Jamie. Why am I guessing? Why the heck am I guessing? Okay, so clearly I must have had 300 because I'm at 488 now, because the 88 is new and then the 100 is like pretty much new. So yeah, I think I had like around 300 followers on Twitter, and then I started interacting with the For You page, because the For You page actually gave me like people with similar interests, and now it's like, oh, that's so fun. It's so great. Oh, thank you, Shane. Shane says happy Thanksgiving. These streams have definitely been something to be hang on. Skip that, reverse that. These streams have definitely been something I'm grateful for. That's great to hear, Shane. Thank you. So there's that. And I want to thank everyone who's been watching it, who's not on, Twitter or whatnot. Anyone from Instagram or Facebook. If you guys have been watching on Facebook, that's amazing. Like, that's great, because that just tells me like it's reaching an audience somewhere. So that's fun. So without further ado, let's talk about Thanksgiving, the new Eli Roth horror film. I'm going to try to keep it. I don't know. Should I do spoilers? I think I'm going to do spoilers. Because it's just a typical slasher film. But I loved it. I loved the movie Thanksgiving. It was really great. A lot of fun. I've been waiting for it since 2007. I remember it clearly. It was 2007. There was a trailer came out. I read it in all the magazines. Grindhouse. Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino are teaming up for a collaboration, back-to-back films, Planet Terror and Death Proof. And it was amazing. I remember I was so hyped up for that movie, and my mom totally was not. She was not a Tarantino fan at that time, and she didn't give a fuck. And I was in high school yet, so I needed a parent and guardian to go take it with me. So it came out Easter weekend, I believe, of 2007. Because my offer was this: it was $50 or Grindhouse, and I said Grindhouse, and she said, "How about $100 or Grindhouse?" And I said Grindhouse. So I was really hyped up for the movie. I was one of the few who went to go see it opening weekend, and it flopped really hard. I remember I was talking about it in high school, and I'll say her name, full birthright name. Ashley McMahon was like, "That looks fucking stupid." I'm like, no, it's not stupid. It's great. It's amazing. So the reason why I bring up Grindhouse is because in the movie there's these fake trailers. So the first one's like Machete, and then in the middle of the movie there's Don't Thanksgiving and Werewolf Woman of the SS, and on some other screenings there is Hobo with a Shotgun. But like that's where it started. It started out as a parody trailer by Eli Roth. He filmed it while doing Hostel Part 2. I remember that. Fun fact, either from the interviews or commentary, whatever. But he filmed it in between like filming Hostel 2. So there's some people in that trailer who are foreign and can't speak English, so they're just acting, especially the old woman. The one old woman who goes like, ah, and it's like Thanksgiving. Actually, I think she is in Hostel Part 2. It's been a while since I watched Hostel Part 2. But that's where it started from, and he had like all these like kill ideas, like, oh yeah, because I think he had this idea forever, if I'm not mistaken. I think Eli Roth actually had this idea since he was like in high school or something, where he was like fucking around with his friend or whatever, where they were just coming up like, oh my god, that'd be cool if there's a Thanksgiving movie. And then he did it as a fake trailer for Grindhouse in 2007, and he's been trying to develop a movie all these years. I think the last time I heard about it was like maybe 2010, 2012, where he's like, I have to work on the script more just because it has to live up to the trailer. And all of a sudden, like it finally happened. I think like last year, where he was like, oh yeah, Thanksgiving's coming out next year. It's like, what? Oh my God, it's finally happening. Can't wait to see it. And you know what's so funny, guys? I have not seen before, the movie, because after the movie came out, of course, I watched the trailer. But before the movie Thanksgiving came out, I didn't even watch the trailers. I was like, Eli Roth is finally making Thanksgiving. I've been waiting for this since 2007. I don't need to watch the trailers. I'm there. I'm sold. I'm going. But it was so fun. So went to see Thanksgiving with my sister and my mom. And it was so great to watch it. And it was funny too, because my sister has no fucking clue about Grindhouse or anything I told you about. So there's a scene in the movie where the cheerleader goes to find the jock in the gym, and she's like, come with me, come with me. I'm like, and I sat straight up in the theater. I was like, oh my God, it's happening. It's the trampoline scene. It's the trampoline scene. And my sister's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, it's the trampoline scene. And she's like, what? I was like, and I tried to explain, like in 2007, there was a movie called Grindhouse, and there was a fake trailer called Thanksgiving. Because she had no idea. I had to beg her to go see this because she's not a horror person. And I found that out instantly after the movie was over, because she tried to Luke Deckard me, I should say. She tried to like give me like logic, like, oh, why did this happen? They should have did this, should have done that. And I'm like, this is a horror movie. Logic is left at the door. You don't bring logic or sense into a slasher horror film. You just don't. But that just cracked me up. Like she was trying to like bring up like all these things, like, oh, they should have did this and did that. Like, fuck, it's a slasher movie. They wouldn't do any of that stuff. So what I like about it is that I think he even said it himself, but the thing I like about Thanksgiving is that it feels like 2000s remake of that original 80s movie Thanksgiving. So because you could assume that the fake trailer Thanksgiving came out in the 80s or 70s or whatnot, and it was a cult classic and it had gruesome kills. And if you were to remake that in like the 90s or the early 2000s, that's what Thanksgiving would be. And I'm like, that's perfect. Because that's exactly what it is. It feels like one of those, like, I Know What You Did Last Summer slasher movies, except the kills are a little bit more brutal, which I do appreciate. And the kills are amazing. Like, The thing I like about Thanksgiving, and it's like a thing I like about all movies, is that there is so much setup and then there's payoff. And it's like, yes, I love that in movies. Because I remember there's a scene in the movie where there's a big giant boat on the back of this truck, and there's like a mast, and it's like right in the back of the window. I'm like, if that mast doesn't go through the window, through the driver's head, I'm going to be so disappointed. And spoiler alert, that fucking mask was like right through the back of the guy's head, right through the windshield. I was like, yes, it happened. It's so good. There's some moments from the trailer that made it over to this, the trampoline girl, of course, but it's not as um risque, or what's that word, taboo, because in the fake trailer, like, she lands right on it. And this one, it's a little bit more scarier. I would say it's a little bit scary because, like, she doesn't know where she's jumping and landing on the knife, and then she finally, like, dies. But like in the other one, it was just like exploitive. That's the word, exploitive, where she spread eagles and then like lands right on the knife. That doesn't happen in this, which I'm okay. Um, what else happens in this one that I was like, yes, that's great. Oh my god. So for the whole movie, me and my mom were trying to guess the killer, and for sure, for sure thought it was this new stepmom, the blonde stepmom. Granted, again, we had not seen the trailer, because if you watch the trailer, it's obvious it's not the stepmom. But for the whole movie, we're like, oh my god, it's the stepmom. It's got to be the stepmom. And my sister, who's never watched a horror movie, she's like, but the killer doesn't have a chest. It's a guy. And I'm like, there's been slasher films where you think it's a guy and then it's revealed to be a woman. Like, it's happened. It's happened. You can't have that logic. But my sister had not seen other slashers, so she's thinking that. And then because like there's a particular run that John Carver does in the movie, and he does like this cartoonish run down the hallway, and I was like, that is a woman. That has to be a woman with that kind of cartoonish run. And just the way he was hunting her in the high school, I for sure thought it was a woman. And even the cat. There's a scene in the movie where there's a cat named Dewey, and the killer kills the owner with like electrical buzzsaw, or no, not buzzsaw, but the electrical knife, you know. And he's about to leave, and he turns around, and the cat's like meow, and he feeds the cat and pets the cat. I was like, this is a woman. This has to be a woman. Me and my mom were convinced it was a woman. It's not a woman though, because the stepmom ends up dying with getting buttered and putting in the pizza oven. So there's that. Let's go to the comments. I see tons of comments here. Let's see. These streams have definitely been grateful for. Go full spoilers. Leave no leftovers. Thanksgiving might win most dull and pointing moments for a year award. Exactly. There's so many references. Dewey. The nightmare ending. The nightmare ending made me laugh so hard. And because like all these slasher movies end with like that. Like Friday the 13th with little Jason coming out, Nightmare on Elm Street with the mom getting pulled through the door, and what's the other one? Oh yeah, I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's so funny. I just watched I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and both movies end with the girl getting killed. But it cracked me up when I watched I Still Know What You Did, because she's like, I've been having these nightmares. I thought I got over it. And her friend's like, is it the one in the shower? And I was like, that's hilarious. They had to explain that the ending of the last movie was a dream. It didn't happen. She didn't die. But it just made me laugh. But again, Thanksgiving ends with that, with the killer who's on fire and he pulls her into the closet or whatnot. I was like, that's great. That's wonderful. So I love the scene when they're all sitting in that Thanksgiving thing, and he's like, I want everyone to go around the table and say what they're thankful for. And I was actually like quoting, I had never seen this movie before. There was no lines I've ever seen. And that whole scene when he's doing the monologue, walking around the table, I was like literally like talking what he was going to say. And I was like, this movie's perfect. It's exactly what I want it to be, because I was like, yes, go around and say who you're thankful for. And it's so good. I love Thanksgiving. And then what else happened? Oh yeah, I hit the voice modulator. So I was like, is it the ex-wife? It wasn't though. Damn it. I'm like, is it a woman? Because in all these movies with like a voice modulator, it's usually a woman, but it wasn't a woman. So what was the other great scene in the movie? I like the whole Black Friday opening scene. It really feels like the tension builds. It's like the fucking Oppenheimer the Oppenheimer of horror films where you just know it's gonna go bad, and it keeps ranking up, and it's like, when is it gonna go bad? When is it gonna bad? And when it goes bad, it goes bad. Like I said earlier, because I'm bouncing around because I'm remembering the movie as I'm talking about it. Like I said, what great makes great movies to me, or what movies I really like, I should say, not great movies, but what movies I like, because everyone has a different opinion, so maybe other people don't have this. But I like when movies set up things. And if you're paying attention close enough, the movie will be told to you in the first 5-10 minutes. That's my logic. That's when I watch a movie like Home Alone or something like that, where it's like, yes, everything is set up in the first five. Oppenheimer, my God, like the first 5 minutes is important to the whole goddamn movie. But that first 5 minutes like sets up the whole thing. Thanksgiving gives away who the fucking killer is with the opening shot. So full on spoiler alert. The movie opens up with the point of view, and it's like, and it's supposed to feel like Halloween, And he walks up to the front door, and then it goes ding dong, and it opens up, and there's Patrick Dempsey. Patrick Dempsey's the fucking killer. And it set it up right from the beginning of the movie, the first frame of the movie, when it does the point of view going up the stairs, and it's perfect. When I realized that afterwards, I was like, oh my God, fucking Eli Roth, he knows what he's doing. Oh my God, he told you who the killer was from the first frame of the movie. So good. Oh my gosh. But yeah, the opening scene of this movie is just incredible. It lays the mystery down. It gives you all the suspects, and it is so not only suspects but the victims as well. And it gives you like little clues through the whole movie, like the whole crime scene. Like Patrick Dempsey's like, we gotta rope off this whole area. We can't have anybody go in this area, and that's where he fucking kidnaps everybody and puts them there. And it's so good. Oh my God. And the reveal was so badass. The girl is caught. She's there and like, we got Bobby. Bobby's arrested. He did this. And she noticed something off about what's going on. Like, why would I be here left alone? What is happening? What's going on? And then she sees Patrick Dempsey's shoes, and they're covered in mud and the burlap particles. And he's like, I almost got you. And he's like, oh, and he starts going monologuing like, I'm gonna kill you. And she was pregnant with my baby. And then the girl's like, well, guess what? I have this cell phone here. This is great. And I've been live streaming this whole time. And I'm like, this movie is a masterpiece. And then like he gets the axe, and Patrick Dempsey's like, there will be no leftovers. And I was like, yes, this movie's fantastic. And when they start inflating the freaking the turkey, I was like, oh my God, they're gonna blow up the turkey. And through the whole movie, they've been teasing this tow truck. And I was like, oh my God, the tow truck's going to finally come in. And then earlier in the movie, they were like, oh yeah, I have this little bracelet. And I was like, oh my God, the bracelet's got to come in at some point. And then earlier in the movie, the girl like out of nowhere says, oh yeah, I used to shoot a blunderbuss, when I was a kid. So at the end, she's on the tow truck, and there's the blunderbuss. And then she doesn't have any, ammo. So she puts the bracelet in. I was like, Eli Roth, you've been planning this for like your whole life, and you're finally pulling it off. It was so cool. I love Thanksgiving. It's my jam. It's the kind of movies I like where they set it up and everything gets the paid off. The kills are great. The oven kill when he looks at her and then puts that little temperature gauge in there. Perfection. The little fun run he does. Like he does like a little gallop or whatever in the hallway. It's hilarious. And he doesn't do it later in the movie. He only does it in a hallway. And it almost seems like a goof take. Like, I'm going to do one for me. Like, we're going to do it serious, but like, let me do one take where it's just, I'm going to do something different. And because he's like galloping, like skipping down the hallway with the axe, and it's great. Oh my God, there's been tons of comments here. Let's see. It really just came out of nowhere after Roth talking about it for so long. Yeah, I know, kind of did. It just like was dropped. Like, oh yeah, we filmed it. It's coming out. How does it stack up to the other Grindhouse-based movies, Machete 1 and 2? I never saw Machete Kills. I think I saw Machete. I think I did. I feel so guilty. I'm pretty sure I did, but I don't remember it. The reason why I don't remember Machete is because I remember watching it and it kind of being let down, so it kind of just like drifted away out of my brain. And I remember watching the movie Shooter with Mark Wahlberg, and that being a better version of Machete. So that's why I don't quite remember. I would say it's much better than Machete, just to answer your question. Um, you know, just because it's more memorable and it doesn't just like dissipate in my brain. Let's see. Boat kill might be the best one in the movie. Yes. I am here. Love the hat. Yes. So Whitney, I went to Five Below, and I had a cold. I still do, and it was colder out than I realized. And I was like, "Damn, I don't have a hat, and I have a cold." So I'm in Five Below, and I'm like, hopefully I find a hat. So I found this hat, and it's a little bit different. They had like a Mickey hat. I was almost going to get that, but I'm like, wait, this is a Snoopy hat. I'm going to get a Snoopy hat. So this hat actually helped me out. You know what? Not even going to lie. I wore this the same day I saw Thanksgiving. That was the day because I went to Five Below before I went to Thanksgiving, and I had this hat on, and it keeps my head warm, so I don't cough as much. It keeps that not mucus, that phlegm or whatever, loosey goosey, so I don't go while on this live stream. So that's why I'm wearing it. It keeps me happy and healthy. It keeps my body temperature in. Let's see. The foreshadowing to Hula Killers in the very first shot. Exactly. It's so good. The opening shot. Yes. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Ruben. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's see. The whole chase scene of the stepmom is maybe the best part. Dude, that is. Oh, yeah. The fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre reference. When she opens up the fridge and you think the girl's dead, and then she goes like, she does that little crazy ass move that they did in Texas Chainsaw. That was awesome. I'm like, dude, that's such a great way to squeeze into like a little reference. And I'm sure there's tons of them because like I'm okay. Like I like horror movies, but I haven't seen a lot of horror movies. It's like I know of them. It's like I read of them, but I know of them. Like I watched that documentary, the In Search of Horror. So it's like I am aware. I know some references and whatnot. So like I'm not a hardcore like Eli Roth, so I can only point out like the simple things like Dewey the cat or the Texas Chainsaw girl in the fridge. Let's see. And the chase in the high school salon. Oh, dude, the high school salon scene was fucking great and kind of comical just because she's crouching down with the heads. Oh man, that was so good. You and everyone else in 2010. Forgot in 2010. I'm sure I just said it. Damn, I already forgot. Oh, what do you call it? Machete. I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah, Machete's okay. I think. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I use clips from it, but I think I have seen it because the Lindsay Lohan's in it, right? She plays the senator. Where's my wife and daughter? Oh man, he's coming after us. Please, Father, have mercy. God has mercy. I don't. Oh my God. I love the Machete trailer. The movie is a little the movie's disappointing. I'm not going to even say a little. It is disappointing. The Machete movie compared to the trailer is disappointing. But Thanksgiving, it pretty much lives up to the trailer, although the trailer is pretty goofy. The goofy parts in the trailer, what I recall from Thanksgiving, is the girl landing right on the knife. And what's the other one? When she's making out with the boyfriend. There's a scene where she is giving a BJ to her boyfriend, and then she reaches up and his head's missing. And then in the very next scene, she's trying to be comforted by another boy, and the boy's like, "Come here." And she starts making out with the boy. I thought that was hilarious. I wish they did that in this Thanksgiving. I wish they had her make out with other boys after she got attacked by them. It would have been hilarious. But in the trailer, like she's making out with the boy, and then she pulls away, and she's only holding his head, and the body fell down. And John Carver is there, and she's like, and he like Thanksgiving. And then like I think there's like one gross shot. I don't know how detailed I could talk about it from the trailer, but I think the guy's like with the turkey. I think because the movie, the trailer for Thanksgiving is all like, old school film and scratches and like cigarette burns. So I think that's what's happening. I think he's doing something with the turkey at the end of that trailer, but it's like 2 seconds. It's like and then done. You can't really tell. Machete. That's my favorite kill from the trailer. Yes, let's see. I posted third strap pics of Danny Trejo once, and he reposted them. Oh my gosh, the BJ decapitation. Yes, that's hilarious. I wish he screwed the turkey in the movie. I think they made him a bit serious. I think Patrick Dempsey's like, I'm not screwing any turkey. Oh my god! But Patrick Dempsey, I'm down for a sequel. The movie is like made for a sequel. I am like I'd want Thanksgiving too, and it's already got the great title. Like I would call it, if I were to call it, like Thanksgiving 2 Seconds or Thanksgiving Seconds. Because you're going up for a second plate. That'd be great. Or maybe even call it that, the second plate. Just you got so much to work with this. It's great. It's great. Wonderful. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I do like the mask. I thought that was cool. And I like that they worked in both versions of the mask. There's a scene where he accidentally burns the mask, so he has like a burnt face for no reason. I was like, that's perfect. That's almost like Eli Roth's reference to like Halloween Kills, which is like, yeah, burn the mask, whatever, fuck it. Even though John Carver has like a whole box of masks, why not? Why not? And I do like the outfit. It is simple enough for Halloween, and it's enough for people to get it. Where you're like, oh yeah, that's Thanksgiving. I like that outfit too. Yes, masks are cool. Love they had multiple masks. Same here. Same here. I like that. Yeah, he almost like left it at the crime scene, but he didn't. Oh, and it's so cool. Like I told you when I said I couldn't do it without you, I wasn't just saying that. I was like, it's so good. His whole ending monologue is so badass. Patrick Dempsey chews up the scenery. I love it. I love it. And I hope he does horror conventions now, because now he's got the clout. He's got Thanksgiving and Scream 3. That's all you need. That's all you need, and you're going to make bank. Let's see. I think that's about it for Thanksgiving, for the movie at least. I also saw Napoleon. I saw Napoleon yesterday. I'm a Ridley Scott fan. When I heard Ridley Scott was directing a Joaquin Phoenix movie and it was called Napoleon, I was like, I'm there. I've seen House of Gucci. I've seen The Last Duel. I've seen all his movies, All the Money in the World, Alien Covenant, Blade Runner, Gladiator, Black Hawk Down, Hannibal. It's like, I'm a Ridley Scott fan. I don't care if they're good. They're good to me. They entertain me. I'm there. So again, I didn't see much of the trailers for Napoleon when I went to go see it. I think I finally had to watch a trailer because we got to the theaters early enough to watch trailers. I was like, oh, I guess I got to watch the Napoleon trailer. And it just cracks me because the song was like War Pigs by Black Sabbath. I was like, oh, they did the same thing with 300 Rise of an Empire. Gathering destruction, just like witches at black masses. Oh my god, the parade scene was great in Thanksgiving. That was wonderful. Wonderful stuff. And they kept the scene where the fucking turkey got his head cut off. That was great. That was great. I loved it. Man, the kills were so good in that movie. Like when he throws the girl onto that buzzsaw, and then the guy's like, what do I do? What do I do? How do I save her? How do I save her? Let's see. R.I.P. to the Scream series, gone but not forgotten. Dude, they fucked up so bad. Spyglass. I don't even know what the hell they're thinking. I want to say that they can't move on, but they easily can move on. Like they could either bring back Nev Campbell and completely ignore Sam and Tara, or they could just actually reboot the series, because the ending to Scream 6 actually does seem like a good ending. Like, if you're going to wrap up the series, that's like a good ender. Just reboot the whole goddamn thing. Or even just make it a freaking, what do you call it? Oh, that's hilarious. I just realized, yeah, this is a line from fucking Thanksgiving, right? He's like, who's Black Sabbath? He's like, get the fuck out of my property. That's hilarious. Felt like the gun dealer guy was probably originally supposed to be played by Roth. Probably. And Roth got too old. I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely picture that. Let's see. Kind of want to see a full-on Scream reboot, not going to lie. Dude, I would kind of like if I were to do a screen reboot, I would sort of do it like their parody movies, like the Stab. Sort of like what Eli Roth did with Thanksgiving, where it's like he's referencing things and he's going over the top, but it's still like tongue in cheek, but done seriously. Like John Carver is not being made fun of, but the movie is making fun of horror movies. Not making fun, but homaging them. You know what I mean? It's like pay respect to the character. He's never hilarious, but the situation is pretty good. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, like Jason X. Like in Jason X, Jason Voorhees is serious and he's not a joke, but the movie is a joke. If they could do that, if I don't even want to say that, that's a terrible thing to say because I want them to bring back Tara and apologize and fix all this mess. But if they don't, I can see Spyglass going like, let's just reboot this goddamn thing. And since we got the guy who did Happy Death Day, and he could like turn the thing on its head, why not? It's not going to stop them. That's the thing. That's what kind of is a bummer about the whole situation. It's like I agree with the girl, and I don't like that they got rid of her. But if I was the studio and I was like, fuck them, I got the Scream franchise. It's like you could just easily reboot the whole goddamn thing. Now you can't get the original girl back, and you can't get the new people you just got there. Fuck it, restart the whole goddamn thing. Let's see. Get Ty West to do a Scream. I was joking. They should do Wes Anderson. Get Wes Anderson. Like, hey Wes, you want to make movies with any amount of budget for the rest of your life? How about you do like one Scream movie, and it'll just be like shot like a Wes Anderson movie? And I think it's just because I just watched Fantastic Mr. Fox today, and it's so funny. I love Fantastic Mr. Fox, and I was just thinking, like, I could just imagine a whole Scream movie, like, filmed this way. It's like, oh, I've been stabbed. That would be hilarious. I would love a scary Wes. I know, like, SNL did that skit, and I think everyone else has stolen from that skit. Like, the guys who do those shitty AI Wes Anderson trailers? All they're doing is ripping off the SNL skit where they made a Night of Terror, narrated by Alec Baldwin. I think the potential for a standalone Scream sounds really interesting, like a full fresh start where anything can happen, no one is safe. I think so. I think that's probably what the studio's thinking. They're like, well, we kind of wrapped up the storyline of the last one, and we can't give Nat Campbell back. She wants too much money. How about we just do it from the beginning? I can see them doing that. And of course, they talk like Heath Ledger's Joker. How about we start from the beginning? Oh, yeah. So back to Napoleon. Finally watched Napoleon. I loved it. It was great. Like, Joaquin Phoenix is having a ball. And I just loved, like, all the production design and costume designs. And I was just thinking about Ridley Scott, like, directing the whole thing. And it just made me smile. And it's not one of his best, obviously. He's made better. But it's almost like it doesn't matter at this point. The guy is 85 years old. It doesn't matter if the movie's good or not. As long as it entertains, it makes you smile, and it's well shot. It looks great. It's, yeah. I actually had to do the James Cameron rule because I was watching Napoleon, and like halfway through, I had to go to the bathroom. I was like, oh my, I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it. I'm sure there's only like half an hour left. I can hold it. I can make it. But then as I'm watching it, and I'm really enjoying it, I was like, you know what? James Cameron rule. The James Cameron rule is go to the bathroom whenever because you're going to watch it again anyway. So I was like, fuck it. I like this movie enough. I'm probably going to watch it again, maybe in the theater, and then get it on home video. So fuck it. I'm going to go to the bathroom whenever the hell I want. So I got up, went to the bathroom, came back. But like, it's a long movie, and I tried to make it, couldn't make it, but I was like, fuck it. The James Cameron rule applies. If you love the movie, you're going to see it again, go to the bathroom whenever. Fuck intermissions, the Flowers Moon movie, fuck that. Just go to the bathroom whenever you want. It's great. Get up, go, come back. You're going to watch the movie again. If you love movies, you're going to watch the movie again. That's me. Imagine if Wes did something like Hereditary. Dude, that would be hilarious. I could just see him going like through the whole like this is the family, and like they go through all the generations of the witches. Oh my gosh. And then the head. I could see like the head being a big thing. Oh my god. Yeah, I could see that. I could see Wes Anderson's Hereditary. Another news is I finally saw what do you call it? I finally saw Terrifier 1 and 2. The reason why I went to see Terrifier 1 and 2 is because at these fan expos and horror conventions I've been going to, the Terrifier's been there with the director, the actor, they've been at these conventions. And the thing is, I was like, what is Terrifier? It's got to be popular because the last convention I was at was Frightmare at the Falls. And at Frightmare, the line basically went around the building for photo ops with the Terrifier. And I was like, I got to watch these movies. So I finally seen them. Oh, shit. That's so cool. So today, because I just realized, oh, man, I got to start doing my unboxing. So I finally saw Terrifier to get an understanding of what all these fans were into. Well, there he is. So before I show you this, so watch Terrifier. The first one is so low budget. It is so low budget. I think there's only like 6 people in the movie. No, wait. I think there's 10. So we have the 2 pizzeria guys, the 2 girls, the sister, the cleaners. Oh my god, it is 10 people. Oh my god, I was just throwing out a number. It is 10. 11 if you count the Terrifier. But there's you have the 2 pizza guys he kills in the beginning. You got the 2 girls. You got the sister. You got the 2 cleaners. You got the 3 paramedics. You got a guy and a girl, and then the morgue guy, and then the Terrifier. There's literally 11 people in this movie. There's only 11. There was no extras. There's no one else on the street. They filmed in like 3 different locations. Wait. No, it's probably 3 different locations. So they filmed it at a pizza restaurant. They filmed it in the car. And they filmed it in this warehouse. And there's a scene where it takes place in the morgue. But 90%, if I were to guess, that morgue set is probably somewhere in this warehouse. Because it is so low budget, guys. The Terrifier is so crazy low budget. They must have made it with like $20 and pizza every day. Because there's like, it feels like they fucking filmed it like on a cell phone or whatever. Because it is so small. It is so intimate and it's so creepy. I think most of the budget was probably spent on that girl, the full body like visual effect where they cut her in half. They literally cut this woman in half. But yeah, like the kills are gruesome in it. There's a surprise kill in the movie that caught me off guard where he actually uses a gun. And I was like, that's kind of not fair. You're like a slasher killer, aren't you? You used the gun. So he like uses a gun on the sister. Oh yeah, that's another like shocking thing. Because this whole movie, you think the sister's going to be the final girl, and she's not. She gets fucking blown in the face, like boom. Like he runs out of bullets because he shoots her in the head, and she's like choking because like the bullet went through like her cheek or whatever. So he goes to his garbage bag, reloads the gun, and just like empties it on her head. And I was like, oh my god, this movie's crazy. Oh my god. But then like he starts eating her face, and oh wait, there is 12, 13. There's 13 people in the movie because there's 2 cops. I completely forgot about the cops. The cops roll up on the scene and say, put the weapon down, put the weapon down. And then the Terrifier shoots himself in the head. That's right. I completely forgot about the cops. Oh my gosh. But yeah, the Terrifier is a very, very low budget movie. And I could understand why it had a cult following just from the first movie. So then we watched the second movie, the second Terrifier movie. And that one, like their budget must have went out the window. They must have had like, I don't even know. I haven't looked it up, but like I assume they must have had like at least $1 million maybe 3 million. I don't know. It seemed like a lot of money because we got cameos from the girl from Sleepaway Camp, Felicia, I think her name is Felicia. I think she's in the movie for a little cameo, and I think there's like another horror movie cameo, and then there's like tons of women. They all look the same. That's another thing about this director, which I find hilarious. Like, he must have a type because like every female in his movies look the same. Like, especially in Terrifier 2. Like, there's like 5 girls, exaggerating a little bit, maybe it's 4, but like a lot of women in the movie, and they all look the same. They're all brunette, they all have brown eyes, and they're all smoking. And like that's in Terrifier 2. I think there's like one blonde in Terrifier 2, and maybe a redhead. I think one of the friends is a redhead. I don't remember, but it's so funny. He clearly has a type, and it's like, oh geez, like you got to mix it up a little bit. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my gosh! But like the second one is even more gruesome than the first one. They had more budget. They had it was so funny. Like that's what really caught me off guard because the first one just seemed like they made it for like $20, but like, the second one it's like they have sets. They're in a school. They're in rich people's houses. They're in a theme park like a carnival. They're in a fun house. They got costumes. They got extras. There's like people in the streets. They're in a Halloween store. It's like, holy shit, they got a budget. They got a van. They got a laundromat. It's like they went all out for Terrifier 2. It's like, we got the money. Let's film all over the place. It cracked me up. Although the second one's a little bit weirder, um, because it starts doing like dream stuff and like what's real and what's not, and fantasy and like premonition, I guess, because there was a story about the father who kind of knew it. But as I was watching it, Terrifier 2 specifically, I was like, is this sort of like fan fiction of like Halloween 4 and 5? Because it kind of seemed like it. It seemed like the main girl in Terrifier 2, like the girl with the wings, that seemed like Jamie. Like if I were to do like a movie, be like, I didn't like that, but I like pieces. And what would I do to fix those things in Halloween? They did. So, like in this one, it picks up the same night as the first one, and they got the laundromat, and they got like Terrifier is this demon, this being that comes back from the dead. He's some otherworldly thing, and that's sort of like the Michael Myers aspect. And then they have the girl whose father had these visions of all the deaths and the kills, and then he had a vision of his daughter, or at least a woman. Wasn't specified his daughter. The daughter dressed up like the drawing, but like, what if this girl, she even had a dream. That's right, she had the dream about the Terrifier. But it just seemed like if I were to like, like I have the rights to Halloween, but I liked all these little aspects. But what would I do to fix it? Let me put them over to my movie, and I'm going to do it. That's what it kind of felt. A little bit, a teeny tiny bit. So with that being said, I'm also here to unbox some items today. So I have this Henry Wu, which I just unboxed. I like this cover here because that's what they show in the background when they say, "Good, hello, John." Oh, hello, John. So on the back, there's some text. Bingo, Dino DNA. During the tour of the lab at Jurassic Park, head geneticist Henry Wu confirms that by controlling dinosaurs' chromosomes, there is no unauthorized breeding. However, the strategy to fill in the sequence with holes with frog DNA seems to prove otherwise. And it comes with a little lab. Wonder if it opens up completely. Oh, it does. Okay. I don't want to break it too much, but I'll fold it at the creases. Creasy Bear. She says her name is Creasy Bear. Okay. So we have Henry Wu with the stairs. Woo, woo, woo. Anthony will get that if he ever watches these. And then we have Henry Wu. And I've been told by my friend Ray that this is loud.
It's the Velociraptor.
Oh my God, it is.
1 drop of your blood contains billions of strands of DNA.
The building blocks of life.
There's no unauthorized breeders in Jurassic Park. DNA strand like me is a blueprint for building a living thing.
You know what's weird? I think the Henry Wu part seems like it doesn't seem like a kid's toy. Like, it doesn't seem right. But hearing the Mr. DNA voice seems perfect for this.
It's a velociraptor. And now we can make a baby dinosaur.
I like that they actually got the audio stem because you can't hear the music with the Mr. DNA. That's cool. Okay, so I will be taking them out of the box, though. Oh no, oh no. 1A. Okay, and then everything else can stay. I can leave the egg in there with his little pen. I can do that. I can stay in that box. And of course, like all the other ones, it came in a black 30th anniversary box. You can see there. That goes back in the collector box. Oh, I see what happened. Oh, wow. It pulls the tab right out. Very interesting. Okay, so close-up of Mr. DNA. He'll go in my Jurassic Park display. Gotta put on the... Come on. There we go. Mr. DNA. Where did you come from? From your blood. Just one drop of your blood contains millions of strands of DNA, the building blocks of life. And then we have Henry Woo Woo Woo. That's neat. Henry Woo Woo Woo. All right. So what else we got here? Oh, before I open it, yes. Let's see. The Toonie Terrors, Jigsaw, and Billy double pack. Double. I like these Toonie Terrors, even though it kind of sucks because like NECA or whoever designs these, I'm not sure who, but like they basically ripped off of somebody else's artwork. There's an artist out there who did like the Scooby-Doo versions of slasher people, and NECA or whoever, I don't know if it's the artist who designs these now, but like they completely just like lifted the idea from that person, and that person never got like full on credit. And it's a little weird. But that being said, I do like these figures. Because I think they're fun. I like seeing the Scooby-Doo versions of my favorite horror movie characters. So it comes with the reverse bear trap. That's neat. Oh shit. Oh, that's cool. It's a little bit too big for her head. But let's just show an example. Most people are so ungrateful to be alive, but not you. Not anymore. Here is Brie Larson's Captain Marvel with the reverse bear trap. That's cool. It's a little big, but it's still cool. So this also comes with a little blade for our favorite character, John Kramer. Sick of the disease of eating away at me inside. Sick of it all. Oh my gosh. How do we get it in there? Almost there. There it is. He comes with a little blade. Sick of this disease eating away at me inside. Come on. Come on. Come on, Aladdin. What the fuck? There we go. John Kramer. There he is. Oh, yeah. Saw 10's really awesome. I don't know if you guys seen it yet. Just came out home video. Excuse me. Sorry. Just realized I'm on camera and I burped it. Gross. Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. Let's see. Here we go. Billy the puppet. Dun, 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 dun. There he is. That's cool. And the wheels move. Nice. Most people are so ungrateful to be alive, but not you. Not anymore. Okay, there's that. And then the other thing is, it looks like you can take the John Kramer head off, which I won't, because I don't want to display him this way. But he comes with an alternate cape or whatnot. Wait, does his head come off or no? No. The head does not come off. Or I should say the head comes off, but you can't display it with the John Kramer head, but you can display it with the pig head. So this is just an example. So there comes with a different cape with the pig head right there. That's cool. That is cool. Is there any new comments or what's going on here? Yeah. No new comments. So there's that, and that'll be tossed away. And I'll keep the background. I like keeping the background of these Toonie Terrors because they're a lot of fun. So this one's the background of Saw Set. Hello, Amanda. Paul, Zach, Dr. Gordon. I like to play a game. That's neat. Let's see what else we got. Oh, yes, of course. So last live stream specifically, because the other one was with me and Sarah, I had these Ken and Barbie, but they were hard to find. So I found another set of these, and I was like, yay, now I can unbox them. So today we'll be unboxing these Ken and Barbies. Anything else we're talking about? I recently got Oppenheimer on 4K, and it's probably one of the best looking 4Ks I've ever seen in my life. And Oppenheimer is ridiculous. It's one of those ones where it's like you put it on and that's what you're watching for the day. Because it's so gripping. It's like you watch it and you got to watch the whole thing. You can't just, put it on as background noise. You just got to watch it. Although today I think I did a pretty good job of just listening to it. Because today I was working on my Christmas cards. I'm a little behind, but I should be able to get them done this weekend, hopefully. If I'm strong enough, because I feel like I've been a little lazy, but I know people depend on the Christmas cards. People like the Christmas cards. There's a lot of people wanting Christmas cards. So I got to do that. There's some special stuff I have to do as well. I have to print out special pop-up cards for Kim, Ashley, Jolie, and the other Ashley. They're getting special pop-up cards. And if I'm able to. If I'm not able to, I might have to save the idea for next year. But I have them ready, but I just got to see if they work. I got to go to Rite Aid to print out the card, basically. So that was pretty easy. Although I got to take that off too. Ooh. So yeah, I got to work on the cards. Right now they're on the pencil drawing stage, where it's like the pencil drawing stage is what I do first. So I have a list of people I give cards to, and I guess I should explain first. Like throughout the year, I save little designs, like artwork or characters or photos of things that I could draw or mimic, and then turn them into like a Christmas card. That's what I usually do. I do that throughout the whole year, and then I try to keep in mind of people who I make cards for. So, like, we have Whitney here, who's in the chat. We have Anthony, Ray, where they get like special cards. So they get like a special design. So I try to keep in mind throughout the year of like, okay, I'm going to have to make an Anthony card. What do I make for Anthony? What do I make for what do you call it? Groovy Spider Ham. Oh God, Whitney, what? I want to bring you my gifts this weekend. Oh Lord, I got to clean up my bachelor pad then. It's a mess right now because I've been trying to. Oh shit! Whoops. I've been trying to make my cards so my living room's a mess. It's got all my pencils, my boards. And I think I'm only halfway. Because I think this year I already hit like 55 people or 60. It's like a crazy amount of people. I'm like, oh my God, I got to draw all these cards. So there's that. Oh, shit. There we go. Okay. So I'm making the Christmas cards, and even though those, what do you call those, pop-up cards, I was thought, oh yeah, I don't have to worry about those people because they're pop-up cards. But I realized I still have to make covers for those cards because, like, in order to hide the innards, you have to cover it. So they still need an outside image. And I was like, tartar sauce. I still got to do it. So I have to make 5 designs for their outside things. There's his inline skates. Sure got all the lemon off. What else have to work on? Oh, right. So I made a mystery box for my friend Jolie. She won a little drawing I did. So I got all her items, but I have to wrap them up. And what's the other thing I have to do with Jolie? Wrap them up. And I got to draw her a special card because she said she likes Lisa Frank stuff. So I found a design that's like Lisa Frank. So I want to emulate that or try to redo it. That's going to be difficult. I had to buy colored pencils for that idea. So I was like, shit. So hopefully I'm able to pull it off. The other thing with Jolie is, I don't know if she's watching or not. Hi, Jolie. But like, I really want her to be a guest on the show. I don't know what's up. So when I started doing the show like a year ago, almost a year ago, there was like several people who I wanted. I wanted Phil Dragish. I wanted Anthony. I wanted Jolie. I wanted who else? My dream guest who completely said no. And then who's the other person? Oh yeah, Sarah, of course, because me and Sarah have the show now. But like Jolie was like one of the top people on my list to be on my show. Oh yeah, and Luke. I don't want to leave Luke out. I don't know if he watches these. Hi, Luke. I wanted Luke on the show as well, and I wanted to do something with Ray. But like Jolie was like the first on my mind. Like, I want to do an episode with Jolie. I want to talk to Jolie. I want her to be on my show. So I think before I even started doing these, I think I was just like doing like little live streams on my phone as practice. And I was like, Jolie, like, I want to do a show with you. Would you be interested? Like, this is what my plan is. And like, I've been waiting a year to do a show with her. And I don't know if it's like camera shyness. My friend Whitney implied that maybe it's camera shyness. But yeah, I've been wanting to talk to her on the show. Just to talk about it, like, just talk to her on the show. It's like it's my dream. It's like my dream to talk to her. It's like I talked to Anthony, I talked to Phil, I've talked to everybody who I've wanted to talk to on the show. I haven't talked to Jolie, who was like one of the first 5 people. So I've been wanting her to get on the show, but I was wondering like maybe we could do like an unboxing on the show of her gift, or do I just send it to her through the mail? So I haven't decided what to do quite yet. Let's see. Joe was stuck at dinner. I don't think she's here. Okay, yeah. I assume she's, Whitney, when I say when she's watching, I mean she's watching after the fact, not that she's here now. Because there's only, I'm letting you know, Whitney, there's only 3 viewers right now. So that's why I'm like, of course Jolie's not here. I'm talking to her after the fact. Oh, Whitney, you won't talk about Tremors with me. Well, here's the thing, Whitney. Here's the thing. Me and you talk. We talk more than usual. And the thing with my show, when I started it, is it's a little dark and a little sad, but it's like, I know I don't take care of myself health-wise, and I've had a couple close calls. So I've been wanting to do shows with my friends so we could talk about whatever I want to talk about with them. So if anything happens to me, this will be here and you could revisit it. And that's one of the reasons why I still do these shows every week, just because like I want to tell my stories. I want to tell my memories. I want to tell fun little things about my past. I want to talk about my favorite things, because someday I'm not going to be here and I don't want people to say that they missed out or anything, because it's like, I'm here. You could go back and watch these anytime you want. It's just that. And it came even like, I started thinking even more of that after I had my health scare in April, where it's like, damn it, I gotta get these guests on my show. And what do you call it? Jolie is someone who I haven't talked to in like 4 years or 14 years. I haven't talked to Jolie in 14 years. Like, sure, we do like a little chat on DMs every once in a while, but like, she's someone who I want to talk to. Like me and you, I feel like we're close enough. We talk and text more than usual, and I feel like I'm close enough to you where it's like, it's like we have memories, you know what I mean? And I wanted to make memories with people who I haven't really talked to, like Anthony. Anthony lives in Texas. I can't talk to him as much as I would want to. Same thing with Ray. Same thing with Phil. Phil lives in Croatia. I can't talk to him as much as I would want to. So that's why I'm glad we did the show where I was finally able to hear all his stories about going on film sets and whatnot. That was fun. But yeah, that's why one of the reasons why I do the show is just to make sure that, if anything happens to me, people can go back and enjoy watching these shows. Again, it's a sad thought. It's a sad feeling, but like, that's the truth. That's the truth. Okay. But I'm sure at some point we could talk about Tremors. Let's see. Almost done with this Barbie. Gotta get her skates out. Oops. Brie Larson fell. I'm gonna start a show with your mom. Your mom goes to college. That's such a stupid. Like, I haven't watched that movie in ages, but like it sticks with me. That Napoleon Dynamite. Your mom goes to college. Yeah, that's hilarious. And that's such of its era, Napoleon Dynamite. Like I remember that they keep trying to do stuff with it now, but it just doesn't stick. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I just wish the elbow pads were a little bit better because they just drop. But like this is incredible. This is great. This is spot on from the movie. That's cool. Here they both are. Sublime. Let's see. So I've given updates on the movie Thanksgiving. I've talked about Napoleon for a little bit. Terrifier 1 and 2, Oppenheimer 4K is pretty great. I talked about the mystery box. I've been wanting to do a live stream. I still might do it. Fuck it. Whatever. I'll do a live stream about the mystery box, about me wrapping it up and why I bought the items. Anthony and Ray, I bought them their items. They're slowly coming in. So I'll be shipping that soon. I'm still waiting on a few. I'm waiting on Anthony's to come in, and then I want to order something for Ray, because Ray, I got one part of the gift, but I need to get the second part. Anthony got his, like he's got his part. Let's see. Thanksgiving memory. Somewhere in my memory. Make time for Whitney. Oh, Whitney, I like Tremors. Make the time for Whit. I'll watch. You hear that, Whitney? My executive producer said that I need to watch Tremors with you and talk to you about Tremors. So we got to talk about Tremors, Whitney. Whitney will be on before Jolie, and I wanted Jolie since the beginning. We'll make it happen, Whitney. We're going to make it happen. We're going to talk about Tremors. Now, what's do I need to rewatch all the Tremors, Whitney? Or do we just talk about the first one? Because I feel like the first one is enough for like a whole episode. But like seriously, with I could do the first one. Like we could like deep dive into the first one. If anything, Whitney, like we could do like a commentary track for all of them. Maybe that's a fun thing we could do. So it's like an ongoing series where we watch Tremors 1 and just talk about like all the things we like about it. And then the next episode, we just do another commentary track. That could be it. How about that? I've only seen the first 4 Tremors movies. And out of the first 4, if I were to rank them, it would be 1, 2, 4, and 3. Even though the third one isn't too bad, the third one actually brings back the cast, like most of the cast, which is pretty cool. But I've only seen the first 4. I have not seen the directed DVD ones from Universal, because I feel like the first 4 are like miniseries, like not miniseries, but like TV movies. That's what they feel like. But like the 5, 6, and 7, whatever they're done after that, those feel too like, I don't know. I haven't seen anything about them, but like what I've seen have not interested me. But they're all so good. Oh my gosh. Well, Whitney, how about this? We'll do commentary tracks. We'll watch the first one and talk through the thing and talk about what we like about it. Well, that's what it will do. We'll do a watch through, like an actual commentary. And then we'll do that for the first 4 movies. I'll do that for the first 4 movies, Whitney. And depending how I feel, we'll go on from there. But I'll promise you that we'll do the first 4 movies commentary tracks. I would do like a whole special, but it's like, let's make this a thing. Let's talk about Tremors. Let's do commentary tracks where we watch the movie and just comment on the scenes and the layout. I think that could be fun. What do you say, Whitney? What do you say? What say you? What say you, Whitney? We'll do that. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, it'll probably be the last thing on the show for now, is Disney's been doing the 100th anniversary of Disney, of course. And they've had these Happy Meal toys. I've been trying to collect them. Let's see. Whitney says yes to all of it. Yes, we'll do the first four movie commentary. So we'll do 4 commentary tracks for the first 4 movies, and then we'll see where we go. And the show was also very funny. We're not going to do the commentary on the show, and I don't feel like digging up the show, but I'll give you the first 4 Whitneys, and we'll go on from Tremors. Okay, so I want to talk about these characters because I thought they're cute. So I have Belle. Maybe this. There we go. Belle from Disney's Beauty and the Beast. And then we have the Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal. I like how he's just a voice actor now in the show. He doesn't even act in the show anymore. He just does the voice. And then we have Gamora. Pocahontas. Buzz Lightyear. "101 Dalmatian." I don't think it's Spot because he doesn't have the spot on his eye. Maleficent. Mickey Mouse. This is recent. Oh, you know what's funny? I was actually tweeting. There's a person I follow on Twitter, Adria Fox, and she was like, "Oh my God, McDonald's are doing these things," and meanwhile, they've been doing it for like the whole month. And she just found out about it, and she's like, "Oh my God, I want all these characters. I want Dumbo. I want this, that, and the other, and Mickey." And I had to tell her, I'm like, it started on Halloween. It's going to end like in 2 days because like it ends in like December 4th. And she's like, "What?" So today she got food poisoning, and she's like, "Oh, I'm miserable, whatever," and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, "Well, I got Mickey Mouse." And she's like, "Oh my God, send me a picture." So I made her day by sending her a Mickey Mouse, even though she's sick as a dog today. I made Adria Fox's day, which is amazing. That makes me so happy as a fan. I was like, "Oh my God, Adria Fox made her day happy with Mickey Mouse." And so we have, what do you call it? We have Captain America. I was going to say Falcon, but it's Captain America now. So there's Captain America, R2-D2. And then we have the Wasp. Edna Mode. Milan, darling. Milan. Come on, focus. There we go. No caps. And then the girl from Enchanto, or whatever the hell that movie is. Ain't never seen it. I don't feel like seeing it either. And then we have the new girl from the new movie Wish. You know, a couple weeks ago, I made a joke. I was like, are they going to try to start the Disney Cinematic Universe? And it turns out it's true. So, spoiler alerts for the movie Wish. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Yes, they're trying to start the Disney universe, or at least this one is like connected to the universes, because this main character, this girl here, she becomes the fairy godmother to Cinderella. And then her talking goat moves to a land where all the animals talk, and it's implied that Zootopia. And then the bad guy gets sucked into a mirror, and he becomes the magic mirror in Snow White. So it's all connected. All the Disney movies are connected through this movie Wish, and I was like, I was kidding. Now jokes are real. All right, we have Simba and Peter Pan. And then the Red Fox. What are you doing? I'm coming, Elizabeth. And then we have Olaf. Bees a buzz, kids a blue dandelion fuzz, and I'll be doing whatever snow does in summer. It's been a while since I watched Frozen. Give me a minute. And then we got Pluto. And then last but not least, we have Tommy Wallace. Or is it Tommy Doyle? Tommy Doyle from Halloween 6, aka Ant-Man. So there's that. Okay. I think that's everything. No comments on my phone. Captain Iron Dog said 13 minutes ago he liked my stream comment. Is Captain Iron Dog here? I doubt it. It says 5 people. Let's see. Can you show the Barbie on skates, please? I missed it. Sure. Barbie on skates, please. Oops. Get the comment off screen. Hi, Barbie. Oh, no one wants to see my face. I want to see Barbie. Oh. Here we go. Everything's great on here except the elbow pads. The elbow pads are not that great. Because I tried tightening them, but they don't really tighten. Bees will buzz, kids will blow dandelion fuzz, and I'll be doing whatever snow does and Christmas. I keep wanting to say Christmas, but it's summer. Yeah, I've tightened it up and it's still just loosey-goosey. Yeah. So there's Barbie. And let me pull up Ken. He doesn't have elbow pads. Okay. Going back to my notes. Anthony Ray, Mystery Box, Oppenheimer, Terrifier, Napoleon, Thanksgiving. Is there anything else? Any other comments? Any other questions before I head out? I'll stick here for like a couple more minutes. Let's see. Oh, wow. That looks like a great meal. There's a worker I follow from Disney. She has an Instagram. And she has a terrific Thanksgiving meal from the looks of it. Oh my God, she's got a big fat cat. That's awesome. Cats are great. Yeah, I've been following her for years. She's awesome. So there's a picture of her eating Figment. Yeah. Too bright. Oh, wait, it's too bright. Let me take down the brightness on the phone. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, there she is. Her with Figment. Yeah, she works at like Epcot and Disney. It's awesome. Can't wait to see you and my grandpa, Michael Gross. Oh my gosh, Whitney, we're not even going to get to the grandpa Michael Gross. I said the first 4 movies. You're hilarious, Whitney. Oh my God. We're only going to watch the first 4 and he's not grandpa yet. I haven't promised 5 through 10 or whatever there is. I know there's like at least 7. I think there's 7, right? 7 Tremors movies. Like I promise you the first 4. I can't. We'll see where it goes from there. Grandpa Michael Gross. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Happy Thanksgiving, Juliana. So a little recap of what I've opened today. We have Billy the Puppet. Hello, Puppet. There he is. Du-du-du, du-du-du. Some people are so ungrateful to be alive, but not you. We have John Kramer from Saw 10. Saw 10 was awesome, yo. I forgot how much the Saw movies were awesome to me when I was younger. So, like in high school, I remember watching the first Saw movie and just being in awe of what they did. And then finding out, like, wow, you can make a movie in only 18 days, and this is what they did. And the twist ending was awesome. And that, oh, wait. So, for like some scenes, you don't have to have the actor there, you just need to stand in. Because there's a scene where Detective Singh is like an Asian man, and he's walking through the building and he tripwires a shotgun that goes off and like shoots in the head. But like the close up of him falling, you don't see his head. You just see the blood dripping down the suit from him getting shot. And the body is the guy, Adam Lee Winnell, because they're like, it's such a low budget film. They just filmed him from the neck down for the close up shot. And I was like, oh my God, this is movie making. That's awesome. That's awesome. What's Whitney said? 7 Tremors movies. 7. But who am I to complain? There's 6 Scream movies. There's 12 Halloween movies, which I ranked. And then what else is out there that has like a lot of movies? I was just thinking about that the other day. Oh, Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible has 7 movies now. So, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, 7 movies. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. 7 Tremors movies. Oh, we'll see what happens, Whitney. I promise you 4. I'll give you 4 because I own 4 movies. I can give you 4, but we'll see where it goes. Yes, talk about the fire truck parade. I can't really talk about the fire truck parade. It's gonna happen. But yeah, it's fun. So for those who don't know, there's a local fire truck parade that has like 130 fire trucks, maybe more. And they go through this parade, and it's awesome because they decorate their fire trucks like a Christmas movie or whatever is popular. I think there was one year where The Last Jedi came out. Hell, it might have been The Force Awakens. I'm not sure. I think it was Last Jedi before Star Wars went downhill. But they had like Millennium Falcons and TIE fighters, and that was fun. But other than that, I can't give too much details because I don't want to run into any fans at the fire truck parade. Yeah, the fire truck parade's awesome, though. I love it. I sound like a lunatic when I talk about 5 through 7. Whitney, 5 through 7. 5, 6, and 7. That's 3 extra movies about Tremors. I don't know if I can handle. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Because I do know I love 1. 2 is great. 3 is fun because they bring back the cast. And 4, I like that they go back to the past. They go back to like the 1800s, whatever. That's the Wild West with Tremors. But like 5, 6, and 7, like I don't even know what those are about. All I know is like Jamie Kennedy's in them, right? That's the thing. And then they're made for Universal Studios or whatever. That's all I know. That's all I know. And that's all I can promise is 1 through 4. I still have to do a Power Rangers episode. My God. There's actually quite a few episodes I need to do. I need to do a commentary track with Matthew, my friend Matthew Robinson. I need to do a Small Soldiers commentary with Phil. But it was so funny. There was one day where I had a day off, and I was like, last minute thing, you know. And I was like, hey, Phil, you want to do a commentary track? And blah, blah, blah. Will you be available? And I got this eloquently written response from Phil saying, hello, Frank, I got your letter, and I kindly decline because I will be busy. And he like used all these words. And I was like, it's okay, Phil. We'll just do it some other time. Because like he was sort of like really apologizing, like, I am not available. And I hope you are able to be okay with this. Blah, blah, blah. So I was like, I'm fine. Like we could do this whenever. I just had a free day and I thought we could do it. But we still have to do that. Me and Phil have to do a commentary for Small Soldiers. I want to do a commentary with my friend Amanda, the one we did Sleepy Hollow, the animated one. I want to do a commentary check with her for Spider-Man. And I think that's it for that. And then, of course, there's the Jolie episode. The reason why I want to talk to Jolie, the big thing. So if you guys out there, my super fans who like the show, knock on her door. We call it sign petitions. But the idea for the Jolie show is that we talk to her about Batman, why she likes Batman, and we talk about it from the beginning. We'll talk about it from like Adam West, Michael Keaton, animated series, Dark Knight. We'll talk about all the movies, why we like them, while unboxing Batman Forever toys and probably the new McFarlane toys, if that's possible. That's all I want to do. Like, I want to talk about Batman with somebody who loves Batman. That's the thing. That's the show. I want to talk about Batman. It's like, I don't want to talk anything. Don't want to get too personal if you don't want to, but I just want to talk about Batman. That's the idea. What does Whitney say? Whitney, come on. Napoleon Dynamite is in 7. Oh, that's funny. I was just talking about like Napoleon Dynamite. That's such a time and place. Oh yeah, last of the recap. Before I go. Oh, I like this. They actually molded it in his hand. That's great. It's Dr. Wu. Woo. Why is it so choppy on my side? I don't know if it's choppy on your side, but it's really choppy on my side. And I have no idea why. That's fresh to me. So we have Wu and Mr. DNA. Oh, there it is. Okay. Is there any other questions? Because I think I could wrap it up about now. We'll do about 2 more minutes because it's almost 9:30. Any other questions out there? Any Chief Brody Rules fans out there? Or is it just Whitney and Mimon? Probably just Whitney and Mimon. I think Shane Ford signed out. Let's see. You're starting to get lag. Yeah, I wonder why. So it is me. Yeah, because I restarted the internet before I started the show. So it should be fine. But this is like really laggy. I've never seen it like this. And I've been doing it for like a year, so this is fresh. I'm closing down other things going on my computer. Maybe that's what's doing. No, that's like fierce laggy. Alrighty. I guess I'll sign out now. Thank you guys for watching. It's been real fun. I don't think I'll do an episode this weekend just because I did this show. And this is pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. And also, I'll be seeing a movie on Sunday. Oh, now it's not as laggy. What the hell? So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. It's been real fun. Thank you, Whitney. I'll pencil you in for Tremors. But, yeah. I think that's about it. So, see you guys next week. Not this weekend, but next week. Okay. Happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays for those who don't celebrate.